Hi my dear children, good morning everybody. So in the last video we have seen, that is in the last two video we have seen the summary of the poem Life by Henry van Dyke. I hope every one of you have understood the summary. So in this video we are going to see the figures of speech in the poem Life. So what are all the figures of speech in the poem Life? So before going into it, let us see what is mean by figures of speech. Okay, so figures of speech means it is a word or a phrase that is not used with its original meaning but in an imaginative way. That is called as figures of speech. Okay, a word or a phrase in a poem which doesn't give its original meaning but which gives an imaginative meaning is called as an figures of speech. So there are many figures of speech. For example, simile, metaphor, personification, alliteration, anaphora, irony, transferred epithet, etc. So the often used figures of speech in our 10 syllabus is simile, metaphor, personification, alliteration, rhyming words, okay, and etc. So now let us see what are the figures of speech in the poem Life. The first figure of speech that we are going to see is couplet. So what is mean by couplet? Couple means two. Okay, couplet. Two lines joined by a rhyme is called couplet. See, for example, with forward face and unreluctant soul, not hurrying to nor turning from the goal. Okay, so here these two lines ends with the rhyming word soul and goal. So this is an example for couplet. So two lines in a poem joined by a rhyme in the end is called as couplet. So this is an example for couplet. Now let us see what are all the other couplets found in the poem Life. Now look at the poem. See the second and third line we have already seen in the example. The lines are ending with the rhyming word soul and goal. Okay, so these two is an example for couplet. See the next two lines. Not mourning for the things that disappear in the dim past, nor holding back in fear. So, disappear, fear. So, this is also an example for couplet. And also see the next two lines. From what the future wails, but with a whole and happy heart that pays its toll. See, these are ending with the rhyming words whole and tall. So this is also an example for couplet. Now see in the second stanza, over rough or smooth, the journey will be joy, still seeking what I sought when but a boy. So here joy and boy are rhyming. So this is also an example for couplet. Now see the last two lines. My heart will keep the courage of the quest and hope the road's last turn will be the best. So these are ending with the rhyming words quest and best. So this is also an example for couplet. So there are 5 examples we can see in this poem for couplet. So couplet means two lines in a poem which is joined by a rhyme in the end. Rhyming words in the end is called as a couplet. Okay, so these two lines should be continuous line, and see you cannot take example like this. See the first line, let me but live my life from year to year, and see the fourth line, not mourning for the things that disappear. So here year and disappear are definitely rhyming words, but these two are not continuous lines. Okay, so this cannot be taken as an example for the figure of speech couplet. So couplet means it should be two continuous rhyming words like soul and goal, disappear and fear, whole and tall, joy and boy, and quest and best. Okay, now let us go for the next figure of speech. So the next figure of speech that we are going to see is alliteration. So what is mean by alliteration? The use of the same letter or same sound at the beginning of words that are close together is called an alliteration. Okay, the use of the same letter or sound. Now look at the example. And the balls like pulses beat. See, here balls and beat are beginning with the same letter B and they are having the same sound, balls, beat, B. Okay, so this is an example for alliterated words. See the second example. The ship sailed and sank like the Titanic. See here, we are having three words beginning with S. Ship, sailed and sank. But sailed and sank are having the same sound. Ship is beginning with SH. So the sound is ship. Okay, but sailed and sank have the same sound and also the same letter. So sailed and sank are alliterated words. So ship cannot be rhyming with sailed and sank. So you should not get confused. So whatever letter, how many letters are beginning with the you should not think like that. Okay, if the words are beginning with the same letters, it is not alliteration. It also should have the same sound. So this is an example for that. So ship cannot alliterated with sailed and sank. Okay. Now look at the next example. And the trade winds soft through the sighing trees. Okay, and the trade winds soft through the sighing trees. Here, trade and trees are alliterated words. See, both are having the same letter T and same sound tree. Trade. Okay, you can realize it when you pronounce it. And through cannot rhyme with trade and trees because here it is getting T sound and in through we are using TH sound. Through. Okay, so through cannot rhyme with trade and trees. And also we are having another pair of alliterated words, that is soft sighing. Okay, here soft and sighing are beginning with the same letter S and both are having the same sound. So this is an example for alliteration. Okay, so alliteration means use of the same letter or sound at the beginning of words. So letter should be same and very importantly sound also should be same. Now let us see in the poem what are the alliterated words we are going to find. Now look at the poem. See here, forward face. Okay, forward face. Here both are having the same letter F and also the same sound F. Forward face. Both are getting the same sound. So this is an example for alliteration. And also see here, happy heart. Okay, happy heart. So happy heart. Both are getting the same sound and same letter. And also we can find some other example. See, wave wind. Okay, wave wind. So if you are pronouncing it as wind, you cannot find the alliterated words in this line. Then your answer will be definitely wrong. Okay, when you are already I have told you when I was teaching this. So what you have to pronounce it as wind and not as wind. Okay, so here way and wind both are beginning with the letter W and both are getting the same sound, way, wind. Okay, so this is also an example of alliteration. Then what are the other alliterated words we can see? See in this line, still, seeking, sought. Okay, so here still, seeking, sought. So still, seeking and sought are alliterated words. Both are beginning with the same letter and same sound. So it is not necessary that there should be only two alliterated words in a line. Okay, so we can find any number of alliterated words and any number of alliterated pairs in a line. Okay, so Here in your question paper, if they are giving this poem line and if they are asking to write the alliterated words, so pick out the, for example, if they are giving the line unhappy heart that pays its toll, and if they are asking you to pick out the alliterated words in the line, you have to write happy heart. Okay, so these are the examples of alliteration in this poem. Now let us go for the next figure of speech in this poem. So the next one is one of the important figure of speech, that is personification. So listen carefully. What is personification? So giving human qualities or characteristics to things and ideas, or giving human like qualities to something that is not a person, is called as personification. Okay, so giving human quality to a non-living thing or a non-living idea or a non-living object is called as personification. See, look at the first example. The tree leaves danced in the wind. Okay, so the tree leaves danced in the wind. So, what is dancing in the wind? Leaves are dancing in the wind. So, now I am having a question for you. Can a leaf in a tree dance? Will it be able to dance? Definitely it will not be able to dance by itself. Rather, who can dance? We human being can dance, children can dance. Okay, it is a dancing is a human ability, it is a human character. Okay, but here the poet says that the leaves in the trees are dancing. So, the leaves can shake itself or oscillate itself only when the wind or air is blowing. So, it cannot dance by itself. When air comes or when wind comes, it will be moving, it will be oscillating in the air. Okay, so now see the second example. The stars twinkled at me in the beautiful night. Okay, so can a star able to twinkle at us? As me here refers to we, the human being, or the poet. Okay, so can a star be able to, if we are looking at a star in the sky, will it twinkle at us? Okay, so it is the nature of stars to always twinkle. Okay, so it doesn't bother whether any human being are looking at it or not. It will be always twinkling in the night sky. Right, but here the poet says that as the poet is seeing the star, it is twinkling at him. Okay, so that is the nature of the stars to twinkle, and it will not twinkle only if some human being sees it. Okay, see the next example. The angry clouds marched across the sky. So, which is angry here? The poet is telling that the clouds are angry. The angry clouds. So, whose ability is getting angriness? It is the quality and ability of a human being to get anger. We human being has the sense to feel anger, happy, sorrow, sympathetic, etc. Clouds cannot get angriness or clouds cannot get happiness. It doesn't have any human feel. But here the poet says that the angry clouds are marching across the sky. Okay, so in the first example, the poet is telling that the leaves are dancing. In the second example, the stars are twinkling at seeing the poet. And in the third example, the clouds are marching in the sky very angrily. But this dancing, twinkling and getting angriness are all human characters. It is all human characters, human abilities. Okay, now relate the definition to this. So, giving human qualities or characteristics to a non-living thing. So, simply if we have to say, when a non-living thing is considered to have a human feeling, it is called as personification. Here, human feeling is given to the thing leaf, star and cloud. So, leaf cannot dance, star cannot twinkle by seeing the human being, clouds cannot get any angriness. Only human beings can get all these things. Okay, so in the first example, leaves are personified. In the second example, stars are personified. And in the third one, clouds are personified. So how they are all personified? They are personified as if they are having the human characters like dancing, twinkling, and getting angriness. So this is called as personification. When a non-living thing is considered to have a human character, it is called as personification. See one more example. The world is very happy. The world is very happy. Okay, so can world be happy, or people living in the world will be happy? Who will be happy? Only the people living in the world will be happy. World cannot feel any happiness. So this is also an example for personification. Now let us see what are all the examples of personification given in the poem. So in the poem Life, the examples of personification are from what the future wails. From what the future wails. Okay, so can future wail? What is meaning of future wails? So future is going to hide all the happenings from us. Whether who can hide all the thing? Human beings can hide all the thing. Whether future can hide all the thing? No, definitely cannot. Okay, so here future is personified as having the human quality of hiding. So this is an example of personification because future is personified as a human. Okay, next one. Unhappy heart that pays its toll to youth and age. Okay, happy heart that pays its toll. So that here that refers to the happy heart. Okay, can a heart pay anything? Whether heart is having the capacity to pay anything? Whether it will give us money or bribe or gold, whatever it is? No. Right? Who can pay? Only human beings can pay. So here heart is personified as having human ability of paying. Okay, so this is also an example of personification. Now see one more example for personification is so let the way wind up the hill or down. Let the way wind up the hill or down. So whether the way will be able to wind itself? Okay, only human being can make the way to wind. The way itself cannot wind it. Okay, so this is also way is personified here as having the human ability of winding. So this is also an example of personification. So these three lines, that is from what the future wails but with a hole, and happy heart that pays its toll, let the way wind up the hill or down. So these three lines in this poem are example of personification. Right. Now let us see the next figure of that is rhyming words and how to identify the rhyming scheme of the rhyme scheme of a poem. Okay, listen. So how to identify a rhyme scheme in a poem? So it is very simple. You can easily get marks in this. It is not such a complicated thing. It is very simple. So already we know that this poem is a sonnet which contains octave and sestet, that is 8 lines plus 8 plus 6 lines, that 14 lines. Okay, see, now I have written the last words in the octave, that is in the first 8 lines I have written the last words only. Okay, see here what I have written in blue is year, disappear, fear, cheer. Okay, so here listen, year is rhyming with disappear. Okay, and again year and disappear are rhyming with fear, and fear, disappear and year are again rhyming with cheer. So I am giving the first alphabet A. Okay, so year, disappear, fear, chair. So all these are rhyming. So I am giving the first alphabet A to this. Okay, now see the next word. What is it? It is soul. Okay, so soul is not rhyming with ear. So we have to give a new alphabet here. So what alphabet we can give next? So next to A, B. So I am giving B. So next one, soul and goal are rhyming. So soul and goal are again rhyming with whole. So these three are again rhyming with tall. Okay, so these are rhyming words. I am giving the same letter B. Soul, goal, whole and tall. So I am giving the same letter B. Okay, now what is the rhyme scheme of this first stanza, that is first 8 lines octave is A, B, B, A, B, B, A. This is the rhyming scheme of the first 8 lines. Now come to the sestet part. It contains 6 lines. Again I have written the last word. Okay, see, down. So this word down doesn't rhyme with ear and soul, that is with A and B it is not rhyming. So we have to go for the new rhyming new alphabet, that is next alphabet C. See, again down is rhyming with crown. So these two are a pair of rhyming words. So I am giving C. Understand? Now look at the next word. It is joy. So down and joy are not rhyming. They are not rhyming. So I am going to give the new alphabet, that is the next alphabet D. Again joy and boy are rhyming. So I am giving the same alphabet D. Okay, see, again quest is not rhyming with joy, boy or down, crown. Okay, so for quest we have to go for the next new alphabet, that is E. Understand? So quest and best are rhyming. So I am giving the same alphabet E. Understand? So for the same set of rhyming words you have to give the same letter. For the next set of rhyming words you have to give the next letter, and like that you have to keep on going like that. So the rhyme scheme of the sestet, that is second 6 lines, is C, D, D, C, E, E. This is the rhyme scheme of the sestet. So the rhyme scheme of octet is A, B, B, A, B, B, A, and the rhyme scheme for sestet is C, D, D, C, E, E. This is the rhyme scheme. So the rhyme scheme of the entire poem is, we can write like this. Understand? So take your book and go through the poem and you can write the rhyming word, your rhyming scheme yourself. If you are able to identify the rhyming words, then it is very simple to write the rhyme scheme. Okay, in your exam they will not ask you to write the rhyme scheme for entire poem. Just they will be giving four lines to identify the rhyme scheme, which carries 1 mark, and it is very simple, easy to score that 1 mark. Right. Now let us see some example. See, this is for your example. See, they have given 4 lines in your exam. They will be giving like this. You have to see the last words to identify the rhyme scheme. Okay, see, fear, whole, tall, chair. So fear, first you have to give A. Okay, whether whole is rhyming with fear? No. Whether tall is rhyming with fear? No. Whether chair is rhyming with fear? Yes. So you have to give the same letter A. Next, see, whole. It is a new word. It doesn't rhyme with fear. So you have to give the next letter B. Again, tall. It is rhyming with whole. Tall, whole. It is not tall. It is tall. So tall, whole. So both are rhyming. So give the same letter B here. So what is the rhyme scheme of this stanza is A, B, B, A. Okay, do you understand? So this is how you have to identify the rhyme scheme. See one more example. So look at these 4 lines. Down, joy, boy, crown. So here first you have to give A, down. See, joy, boy, it is not rhyming with down. Crown is rhyming with down, so you have to give A. Okay, next one, joy, it is not rhyming with down, so you have to give the next alphabet B. And joy, boy are rhyming, so give same B. So the rhyme scheme of this stanza is A, B, B, A. Okay, I think now you could find it simple. It is very easy, very easily you can score 1 mark in this. Okay, this is how you have to identify the rhyme scheme. First of all, you have to give A, then you can continue as such. Okay, now come to the poem. So, we have seen all the figures of speech in the poem. So, what are all the figures of speech we have seen? So, we have seen examples of personification. We have seen couplet. We have seen alliteration. Alliteration is also easy. And also we have seen how to identify the rhyme scheme of a poem. Okay, so in your exam, they will be giving poem lines. Okay, and they will be asking you to find the figure of speech. See, for example, unhappy heart, listen, and happy heart that pays its toll to youth and age. So if they are giving this line and if they are asking you to find the figure of speech of this line, okay, listen, if the question is identify the figure of speech in the given line. Okay, if the question is as such, so what are the figure of speech in this line? So I told you there is personification in this line. And also I told you there are alliterated words in this line. Happy and hot are alliterated words. Okay, simply if they are asking you to find the figure of speech, you have to write as personification. Okay, and if they are specifically mentioning to pick out the alliterated words in this line, you have to write it happy and hot. Happy, a small dash, and hot. Okay, so this is how you have to answer in your exam. Okay, so I hope every one of you have understood the figures of speech in the poem Life. Okay, so if you have any doubt, you can ask me. I hope every one of you have understood. Thank you for watching. Thank you.